Do you know what I mean? So, why is it a CIA agent when nobody bloody knows about it, and then you find out about it after, turns into a terrorist? Why is it you can't be found? Because it's a statistic plot. You know, it's all planned. A lot of people are indoctrinated, a lot of people are fooled, but a lot of people are starting to realize the truth. Alright? So, I think, yeah, September 11th, in fact, I know and there's an agenda behind it. Um, to let them basically get away with murder. Do you know what I mean? They're doing things now without even law behind it, yeah? But they say, no, look, they started a war for one, yeah? Like I said about Afghanistan, Iraq. The whole reason behind them really is money, because these countries own all the oil, like Iraq, um, Afghanistan, center of the world's drugs trade, really, because I know everyone says Cuba and all that, yeah, but basically you've got um, most of the drugs, opium and things like that, come from Afghanistan. So it's all a fight against the Muslim world in one sense, but it's also a fight against for money. In the Quran it says that these places will be, invaded anyway, it'll be taken over. So the prophecy is starting to become fulfilled. But so as like I said, that's just to give you an idea. Is the September 11th of things, they all have an agenda behind them. So it lets Freemasons do what they want. Once they don't, they're breaking all the laws in front of our eyes, and we can't do nothing. Yeah, that shows the power that they have. Yeah, to do what they want, and they're doing all this so they can get the world government going. So they have control over the oil fields in Iraq, the drugs in Afghanistan, etc., etc. So they're well funded. They're rich enough anyway, so they're a bit greedy, but they're rich enough anyway, and they're using it to fund the wars, etc. These people don't need to be in Iraq no more. Why are they in Iraq? Yeah, the whole idea was behind that was to overthrow Saddam. Saddam's dead. Yeah, why are they still there? Do you know what I mean? So basically, it's just a lot of bull, just to get what they want. But Freemasons, the way they control things is basically through the world government. A lot of the ways that they control it, it's gonna be daft, yeah, but it's through media bases. Now, I watch TV, yeah. We're not gonna deny it, yeah. Who owns all the TV stations? If you actually read into it, mainly Freemasons. Everybody in the world, yeah, has a TV practically, yeah, or some sort of media, radios, etc., etc., etc. Now, if you're going to get a message, what's the easiest way to get a message, whether it's subliminally or whatnot? I don't know, but the easiest way to get people to do what you want them to do or think the way that you want them to think is through the media. Now the media, television, etc., slowly but surely they're using things through the television, TV shows, etc., to get you think the way that they're doing. So then once it's in your head, you start to think it's your own idea. Homosexuality, affairs, etc., etc. It's all originated from there. It makes you think it's alright, so you do it. When really it's not. Back in the days, yeah, when not many people used to have TVs, you never used to have all these problems in the world. But now you have problems left, right, and center. It's all down to them. So eventually they're going to get the world thinking that the way that they want them to. They're already halfway there, and the thing is, people are so blind to see that they are being controlled by them. They're like zombies. That's why you'll see a lot of these zombie films coming out now. How many films are there? Resident Evil, Dawn of the Dead, 28 Days Later. There's loads of them, because at the end of the day, it's a hidden message to say, look, the world are like zombies. We've got you wrapped by your little finger. We've got you wrapped around our little finger. We can do what you want, and you will follow us without even realizing. A classic example is the film The Matrix, yeah? The Matrix, everybody's living in their own happy little world, which signifies, this world that we live in, the Freemason world. Now, when you actually open your eyes, when Morpheus gives Neo the pill to open his eyes, that's like to say, look, this is actually reality. And then the world that they then live in, which is not a nice world, it's not an easy world, that is actually the Freemason one. Do you know what I mean? So, it's a classic. If you actually sit there, watch it, look at the meaning behind it, you'll actually realize, damn, man. So obviously there's that, and there's other things as well which you got to listen to. So, not one person can make a difference in this. Like I said, we can't change the world. We can't change what they're gonna do. They will get their world order, world domination. You'll see a lot of films. There's another film, actually, I haven't said that, about one world government. I think some Arnold Schwarzenegger film, I think, is where there was the president of the world, etc. It seems easier. Also you've got trading between countries and things like that. So that's just to give you an idea of what the Freemasons want. They want to take over the world. They want everyone. One of their plans is to depopulate the world. Yeah. Because the biggest threat to them, no law, because they overcome the law, as you can see with their war on Iraq. No law can stop them. Their biggest threat to them, the thing they fear the most, is a free thinking mind, because they can't control you. That's why you see a lot of people die for no reason, committing crimes, etc., which they haven't actually done. But what can you do, man? You can only do is stay strong within yourself. Don't let anybody overrule your mind. Don't really listen to the media, because the media is one of their biggest armors, their biggest weapons in their war against humanity. If you are a threat to them, they'll basically kill you. Yeah, there's this thing in America. Like we got Stonehenge in the UK. Yeah, there's a thing that's been created in America, which is, it's like their version of Stonehenge, and it's got something written in 8 different languages, clear as the light of day. Yeah, and it basically says that something to do with world population should be best at 500 million or something like that. At the moment, the world's population is 7 billion. Now, the reason that they want to cut it down, basically, is because there's too many people for them to control. A lot of free minds out there. Things like swine flu and all that, all these jabs that they got going around, that's all bull. That's all rubbish. Yeah? That's all. AIDS is a man-made, yeah, by them to keep the black people down. Yeah? AIDS was proven to be made in a lab, because it's not. They said it was through some green monkeys or something like that, yeah, little boojos, but it's not, because the DNA strands are nothing like consistent with the monkeys, yeah. Right, so that was man-made, and that was basically because the white population within Europe, etc., was declining, and black was on the rise. So basically, they made that, killed it off, killed a lot of black people off, to keep the black people down. Yeah, there's not just black people. There's Mexicans, etc., etc. But with this depopulation, the easiest way that they're doing it is through things like swine flu and things like that, yeah. People are going to die. All these jabs that they're actually giving you, yeah, it doesn't actually cure you. It just basically gets you hooked, and at one point, yeah, everybody will die from that. Or that's the easiest way, world vaccinations to kill people off. If you're going to depopulate a world, yeah, other than food, which I believe that there's potential proof that they're putting it in food, that's the only other way. And like I say, people dying, it doesn't mean nothing to them. They'll do it any way they want. So basically, in essence, just to round this off, Freemasons' plan is to basically basically rule the world. If they rule the world, they got all the money, they got everything. Once they rule the world, that's it. That's all they want. They're basically greedy, and they just want to rule the world, have one world government, and everybody following them, and have all the riches to them. And that's the end of the lecture. Any questions or anything like that, like I say, I always say to you, leave a message, and I'll try and answer it. And if you've got any knowledge, spread it. See you later, guys, and be ready for the next installment.